Hey everybody, it's Jay-Z back in downtown Cleveland at 12th and St. Clair, and it's week 53. This is the 53rd video, and today, mayoral candidate, I'm happy to welcome you, Sandra Williams.
Thank you so much for having me. I truly appreciate it.
You're most welcome, and as you know, any of the candidates that wish to be on this video interview, all I have to do is contact me as Sandra did. So thank you for that, Sandra. Hey, listen, because we only have about 5 minutes, I really want to focus on education if we could. So Sandra, what are your thoughts on improving K-8 education in Cleveland, Ohio?
Sure. Well, I have a couple of things I'd like to talk about. One, I think we should definitely talk about funding. I think that's important for every school district. I want to talk about graduation rates as well as making sure all of our children are ready on day one. So being ready on day one, we have a lot of students who are graduating from public schools, private schools all over the city of Cleveland and the country. And then when they graduate, they are not ready to go into the workforce. And so I believe the first thing we need to do, or one of the first things we need to do is make sure that they are prepared to go into the workforce in one of the in-demand jobs that are available in our community. And I have a plan of how we can achieve that. I know 5 minutes won't get me there. So I think graduation on day one, ready to go, get one of those jobs that are out there right now where you don't need a 4-year degree, you don't need a 2-year degree. All you need is a industry recognized credential and a little bit of skill set. And then you can go into one of those jobs paying you $40,000 to $50,000 without incurring debt. And that's the most important thing for me, not incurring debt that you don't have to. Number two, improving our graduation rates. Right now, we're at about 80% in the city of Cleveland public schools. That needs to be improved. And I have a couple of things that I believe we could do that we can make a little bit better that will help achieve that goal. And then funding. Funding is very important. And I know we will probably get into funding later if you want to have me answer that question then.
Okay, great. So, so given all that, given that Breakthrough is a K-8 system, third largest in the county, we have 3,600 kids, represent about 15% of all the kids in Cleveland. What is the role? What role do you think Breakthrough, if you're mayor, what role do you want Breakthrough to have in helping?
Well, we need to look at the realities of things. The fact of the matter is there are some parents who do not want their children to go to a traditional public school. Mm-hmm. And so there is a space for you. And I know personally because several of my friends have put their children in your school and they have been able to go from D's and F's, some of them even in Twinsburg, some of them in South Euclid, some of them in Cleveland, where they were not getting the education that their parent thought they should. And for some miraculous reason, when they got to Breakthrough, they all started excelling. They all started excelling. And so I think you all have a position within the district that can help some of those students who would benefit from all the things that you do. And I've been to your school. I saw your before day program. I saw your Saturday programs. I saw your after school programs. I saw the wraparound services. I saw what your teachers and other support staff have been doing to work with these students to take them from D's and F to A's, and some of them going to Ivy League schools when they leave your district. That is what it's about. It's about filling the need that that we have in the district.
Good. Well, thank you for that. And yeah, I remember you coming to our school several times and how supportive you've been. So thank you for that. Finally, then, let's get around to funding for a minute. And I want to talk specifically about funding of schools like Breakthrough, who only get about 2/3 of the per pupil amount that a typical district school gets. Because, you know, we get federal money about the same as the school district. We get state money about the same. We get a little share of the local property tax. As you know, you were instrumental with Cleveland Plan and that, and it got redone, but we still are at this 2/3. Any thoughts on what a mayor or a city can do to help with that?
Yes, and honestly, I really think it starts with the state legislature. Mm-hmm. That's where most of this starts. And I can tell you, last year we had a bill called the Cup-Patterson bill. Did you hear about that?
Yes, yes.
Where that was going to change the funding mechanism. We have that proposal almost made it through. The Senate did not, at the last minute, did not pass it. But we have that same proposal back, and it is the #1 bill in the House of Representatives, and it has been moving. We have the same bill that will be introduced in the Senate. And so this is how I think breakthrough schools and charter schools will benefit. #1, we have the bill has something called the base formula, which is a little bit different than before. And so let me just give you a couple of things that base formula accounts for. Teacher pupil ratios by grade level. It includes art, music, physical education. It includes substitute teachers in professional development, extracurricular activities, security, social and emotional learning, which I know you do a lot of, technology, libraries, supplies, building leadership and operation, the district leadership, and technology for students. So all of that is going to be determine the base cost to educate a student in the city of Cleveland. And with that being said, and I have to go here before I can answer your question directly. With that being said, a traditional public school will no longer have to be worried about that phantom revenue like we have right now. With this particular proposal, the district's ability to pay or contribute their local share will be based on the property values in the district. That'll be 60% of the district's portion. And then what the real change is it will be based on a federally adjusted gross income of the residents in the district. So no more phantom revenue. And that will be deducted from that base cost from the district. So this is the good thing. #1, for charter schools like yours, you will no longer have to worry about getting your check from the public school system. Your check will not be in their ADM. You will get your money directly from the state of Ohio. So you will have your own line item based on the number of children in your district. So that's #1. #2, that base amount that we just discussed will all go to you. So you will get 100% on average of what it costs to educate a person a student in the city of Cleveland. So let's use, for example, statewide, on average, it costs $7,200 to educate each child. And then you add in the additional like English language learners, you add in a couple of other things. You get all of that money directly, with the exception of right now, and this is what they're trying to figure out, whether you get a 5% less or 10% less, because some of the costs that public schools incur, you might not have. For example, transportation. You don't transport right now. So those are some of the things that are in play right now. So transportation might be one. Some of the public school systems have to take into account union salaries. And the conversation right now is that some of the public school salaries are higher than the salaries that some of the charter schools have. So those are the types of things that they might deduct for. But on average, you should get 95% of that base cost, which is going to take the amount of money that you get up much more than it is right now.
Well,
that's how I think it all can benefit.
I can't wait to see that day happen. We've all been working on that for a long time.
We have, but you know what? Last year, it was a priority for Speaker Cupp. And the good news is that Speaker Cupp, even though it was his bill last year, is the speaker this year. Yeah. And has the ability to negotiate with not only the governor, but the majority in the Senate, as well as all the other members to get his bill through. And I can tell you that our current president and minority leaders all believe that this is the #1 priority for us at the state of Ohio to finally get things right. And it's not really just about the low-income public schools. It's also about those wealthier school districts who had to use that phantom revenue too. And they said, wait a minute, we really don't have that. If you're just using X, that is really not a true look at what we can offer to pay.
Right.
So I think it's going to get done.
Good. Well, I mean, the day we get 90 to 95% of what a district gets per kid is a day we can celebrate. So thank you very much.
Yes, and then you also know that it's not, you can still take advantage of working with the Cleveland Public Schools and the levies that we offer, like we've done before. That is still option. And as the mayor of the city of Cleveland, I will continue to make sure that you all are a part of whatever we do, because you have our children and we want you to be successful just like we want the public schools, the traditional public school, to be successful.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for that. That's all the time we have now. Sandra, thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Good luck on the trail, as they say. And I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town, especially when things get opened up and we actually can see each other around town. So, but
well, I look forward to it, and I want to just promote my my new favorite hoodie.
Yeah,
so
there you go. I love it. I love it. Wear it with pride. Thank you very much.
I sure will.
Everybody
Okay.
else, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks to Sandra. And if you want to help, because we still have that gap to fill until we solve this funding problem, but you can go to the website, breakthroughschools.org, click on the Victory Fund, and help us get to where we want to go. Sandra Williams, have a great day. See you later.
It's my pleasure. Bye-bye.